Welcome to the Current Affairs series. We will look at some important news material of Monday, July 17, 2017. Now let's see what is this monsoon session of Parliament. The monsoon session of Parliament will start from July 17, 2017 to August 11, 2017. The Parliament of India conducts 3 sessions each year. The first one is budget session, which starts from February till May. And then we have monsoon session, which starts at July to September. And then we have winter session, which is from November to December. Now this year's monsoon session will consist of 19 sittings spread over a period of 26 days, including 4 private members' days. Now you must be thinking, what is this private members' days? A private member is any member of Parliament, MP, who is not a member of the Cabinet. That's why the designation private members bill is used. Now a private members bill is different and a private bill is different. Please don't get confused between them. In this monsoon session, bills spread across various fields like education, security, finance, labor, shipping, and statistics are likely to be introduced and discussed. Here's the list of those bills. Quickly have a look at it. Now let's get to know about Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR. Now it is an autonomous body, meaning it takes its own decisions and is responsible for coordinating agricultural education and research in India. It coordinates, guides, and manages research and education in agriculture, including horticulture, fisheries, and animal sciences in the entire country. Now, this body reports to the Department of Agricultural Research and Education that comes under Ministry of Agriculture. The Union Minister of Agriculture is the president of ICAR. Now, ICAR has started green revolution in the country, and today the country has not only come out of food deficit situation, but also has become self-sufficient in food grains, and now it has surplus food grains. So as per the 2016-17 economic survey, contribution of agriculture sector to the Indian economy is just 17.32%, and the industrial sector contributes 29%, followed by service sector, which is the largest sector of India, contributing 53.66%. Clearly you see agriculture sector is not in a great shape. It is a very important sector. Around 60 to 70% of Indian population, directly and indirectly, depends upon agriculture sector. The government has taken several steps for sustainable development of agriculture. Right now, the government is focusing on solving the 2 important problems. They are soil and water. For soil problem, government has launched Soil Health Card Scheme and Organic Farming Scheme, which is called Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. This has been initiated to improve soil fertility on a sustainable basis. Now coming to the water related problems, programs like Pradhan Mantri Gram Sinchai Yojana for improving irrigation. Then we have per drop more crop for increasing the effectiveness of water. Then for farmers' income, the government has launched ENAM, that is National Agricultural Market, which has been started by the central government. I have a summary on this scheme. Check out the current affair video of July 6, 2017. Then government has also created a scheme to cover risk of farmers. It's called Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. I have a summary of that scheme as well. Check out the current affair video of July 8th, 2017. Now government creates these initiative and provides fund. The Indian Council of Agriculture Research, that is ICAR, they do research on these schemes and create the blueprint. Right now it is raining a lot in so many places in India. But states like Gujarat, Odisha, Bihar, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, they are flooding. So let's get to know what is happening here. So have a look at this map. So many places in India is facing rain. Especially the dark blue color, they are facing heavy rainfall. And then there's this one place in Odisha which is facing very heavy rainfall. Now why is it raining so much? Now this is happening because of southwest monsoon. The southwest monsoon comes from the southwestern side of India. Now the southwest monsoon is divided into 2 branches. One is the Arabian Sea branch, the other one is the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch is usually stronger than the Bay of Bengal branch because of the presence of Thar Desert, which is Rajasthan. So you must have seen in the news that right now it is flooding in Gujarat. Now that is because of the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon. The low pressure belt in the region of Gujarat, Maharashtra and Rajasthan, that is attracting the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon. And then if you see the northeastern region and some parts of Odisha, there the Bay of Bengal branch of monsoon is active. And that is what is causing flood over there. So rain occurs because of this high pressure and low pressure system. Usually air moves from high pressure to low pressure. So when air moves from high pressure to low pressure, it takes along the cloud with it. And these clouds causes rainfall. So RBI is going to resolve non-performing assets worth rupees 8 lakh crore by March 2019. So in the July 7th current affair video, in that I have explained about Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Just go to that video and check it out, because in that I have nicely explained what that code means. Now once you go through that code or law, you will realize that the Indian government has given a lot of power recently to the Reserve Bank of India. So if you see, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code is basically a debt recovery mechanism. For example, let's say you are a big company and you owe a lot of money to the bank, let's say State Bank of India, and you're not in a position to return the loan. So what the bank people can do is, so they're basically going to start the process of dissolving your assets or liquidate it so that the bank can recover its loan. I guess you know what is a non-performing asset. So when you take a loan from a bank, you basically pay installment every month with a little bit of interest. Now that interest that the bank is earning on the loan, that is the profit for the bank. So in case if you're not paying the interest, then that loan becomes a non-performing asset for the bank because it is not generating income for the bank. Right now the banks have huge debt, and you must be familiar with that Vijay Mallya case where he took away so much of loan. Like that, there are a lot of companies who have taken a lot of loan and have not repaid the loan. So as a result, the non-performing asset for the Indian banks have gone up a lot. So the estimate is somewhere around 8 lakh crore. And basically RBI wants to resolve this issue. Because if the banks do not clear their balance sheet, then a country is not going to get loans from the international market. Because there are a lot of foreign investors who want to invest. But if the foreign investors get to know about this domestic condition of huge debt, then it cautions the foreign investor. I mean, why would you like to invest in a country where the government is incapable of recovering their domestic debt? Because if tomorrow you start doing business in that country and you invest so much of money and then you're not able to recover, then who are you going to run to if the central bank, RBI or the government is not going to help you? So that's why it sends a wrong signal to the foreign investors. That's why the government of India has given enough power to the Reserve Bank of India to issue direction to lenders to initiate insolvency proceedings for the recovery of bad loans. So yeah, once just go to the July 7 current affair video. In that I've explained about Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Just look at the description, you'll find the timestamp. So have a look at that video once and you will understand this better. The Indian geologists from the Geological Survey of India have discovered the presence of millions of tons of precious metals and minerals deep under the waters that surround the peninsular India. So basically we are talking about Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. Now you must be familiar with the story that the Indian Peninsula block broke from the Gondwana land and then it started moving towards the northeastern region and then collided with the Eurasian plate. That's how the Himalayan mountains were born. So with that story, we clearly know that the Peninsula block of the Indian subcontinent is the oldest block. And I think it all took place around 100-120 million years ago. So I think that's an ideal time for the creation of many precious metals and minerals. So I'm not surprised with this discovery, but then I'm very fascinated about the fact that our Indian government is conducting such deep sea water discoveries. So right now India has 3 state-of-the-art research vessels. They are called Samudra Ratnakar, Samudra Kaustab and Samudra Saudikama. The Geological Survey of India, with these vessels, they carried out this investigation and they named it as High Resolution Seabed Mapping and Natural Resource Evaluation. So basically seabed mapping is this real-time 3D detailed mapping of the ocean bed. It creates an artificial topography of the ocean bed. And by doing some data analysis, you can figure out the heights and elevation of those landforms. So while doing such exploration, the Geological Survey of India came across this massive 10,000 million tons of lime mud. So what is lime mud? Lime mud is this type of water-based mud that is saturated with lime, basically calcium hydroxide. Then they also found phosphate-rich and calcareous sediments, hydrocarbons, metalliferous deposits, and micronodules. So basically all these minerals are very precious. And more extensive exploration could lead to a larger treasure. So after finding this, the GSI, the Geological Survey of India, has actually named this area around this coastal area of the Indian subcontinent as Exclusive Economic Zone of India. We are talking about places like the coast of Mangaluru, then Chennai coast, then you have that Gulf of Mannar near Tamil Nadu coast, and then the region near Andaman Sea, and also the region near Lakshadweep Sea. So these minerals are very important and these can be used in industries like cement, paint, fertilizer, construction, and rare earth element. So this is something really good for the Indian economy. Right now, this kind of exploration is done by Geological Survey of India, which gives all the information to the Ministry of Mining. Because after all, the Ministry of Mining is going to take care of all this business. The Geological Survey of India was established in 1851 to identify coal deposits for the railways. And today, they are discovering other rich and precious minerals. So these were the important current affair materials that are found in the news of Monday, July 17th. Keep an eye on the description of these videos for any repeating news. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As usual, thanks for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.